there was also the need for in-space propulsion, better in-space propulsion. And I'll talk, you'll hear that theme throughout these. So there were two things. One was Stuhlinger was really von Braun's lieutenant in charge of that sort of thing. And von Braun was famously quoted as saying, "I wouldn't at all be surprised if we don't go to Mars electrically." And by that he meant with electric propulsion, because he recognized the need to minimize the propellant that we used in doing that. The delta V, the amount of propellant that we have to carry into space is very prohibitive in terms of the cost that it requires to do that. So they looked at this concept, and this is a really interesting vehicle Stuhlinger put together. You can see buried in here is a little lander, which looks like a dart. That was, of course, their concept of the day for the landers was not unlike what SpaceX is doing today with the flyback booster. You know, it would land on its tail and go down to the surface, and it looked very much like what we think of as a rocket today that we launch things on. But the rest of this vehicle is interesting. You can see here, this is just basically the cross section this way, and then flipped at 90 degrees. All of these gold-colored things, these are 2 nuclear reactors. The vehicle was designed to spin to generate artificial gravity. Somebody brought that up last night. But all of these gold-colored things are thermal radiators that were required to get rid of the excess heat. So throughout that time, they looked at this as the primary concept for a while, and then they started looking at something else called NERVA. And that was a rocket that used a nuclear reactor as a heat source and ran hydrogen through, and basically worked just like a regular rocket engine. So you can get to very high performance by doing that. And there was a lot of testing done on that in the 1960s as well. So wait, I think we go to the next one. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad.
The future
This is the,
kind of white sheet.
it's looking bright. Polar bear in a snowstorm.
If you went backwards.
I don't know. Wade's helping.
We are connecting to links online.
Yeah. It's
We
just
can
a little.
send something from Mars that we have trouble getting. It's gonna take us a second.
Calm's always going to be.
Okay, so what this is, I'll preview it for you. This is the workshop at Disney Studios when they were looking at that design. Von Braun and Stuhlinger actually got involved with the Disney folks, and that's why I thought it would be especially appropriate for this item, to look back and see, and they put together in, I believe, 1957 and originally, and then again in 62, a couple of short films. And so this is just a little glimpse of what was going on creatively in those days. And it was really cool, I thought, to see these brilliant guys like Von Braun and Stuhlinger working hand in hand with the creative folks, putting these things together. Okay. Oops, that went forward. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your host, Walt Disney.
Thank you, Gargo. In this exciting age, when everyone seems to be talking about the future possibilities of space travel, there's much speculation on what we've discovered when we visit other worlds. Will we find planets with only a low form of vegetable life, or will there be mechanical robots controlled by super-intelligent beings? One of the most fascinating fields of modern science deals with the possibility of life on other planets. This is our story.